Hi, this is Stephen St. John again, chaplain Stephen St. John, and I'm going to do some more videos, but I'm going to keep this one kind of short too also. And I'm on my lunch hour, so I've got to get back to work pretty soon. But anyway, I want to talk to you about who I am, a little bit of a background, and then I want to get into something. I'm going to show you some examples. Uh, I used to work for a newspaper, so my whole mindset is, I'm very skeptical, and I kind of like the state of Missouri. Show me, and then I'll believe it. And so, into becoming a chaplain, not in a million years I ever thought I'd become one. Not in a million years. And there was an event that happened back in 2010. I got in a very, very serious car accident. I went somewhere. I had an experience. The crazy thing about it is that a lot of it was really forgotten. I could remember, and over a period of time, little episodes are starting to come back. So I get an idea, but the one thing I'm going to tell you though is that in the next life, it's very different. The one thing I will tell you, though, it's kind of like being on Earth, but it's hyper-reality. Somebody had used that phraseology, and it's really true. It is much more acute, what things that you see. And the other thing is kind of, there's no time. I mean, how do you explain something? There is no time, and there is no time. And the other thing, when you think and how you get information, how you think is just very different. And to give you an example, we live in a linear world. We go from one event to the next event, and it has some sort of an order. In the next life, it's not. It's all in an instant. Just all at the same time, you get all the bits of information together. And I got to tell you, it's just very different. But the thing that's so crazy about it, you get it, you understand it, and so it's just a very different experience. But I want to get into some things, and when I talked about hyper reality, because the next life you see things much more visually, you see things much more acutely. But the way you see things is the same that you do here, but in the form of language. It's just different how you comprehend things. And I want to show you an example, and this was based on another person in NDE Experience. And you're going to take a look at this, and you're going to say, well, what does that mean? What it means, it says heaven is real. So the way that we perceive things there and the way we perceive things there, it is quite different. But when you're there, it doesn't seem different at all. But it really is. When you come back into this life, things are different. How you perceive things. But I wanted to show you that again. This says heaven is real, and this is based on a woman who had an NDE experience. Anyway, but I also want to get into another NDE experience. But I wanted to just include that I'm a newspaper guy and I'm a chaplain at the same time. So, when people tell me stories or I do some research or whatever, I really kind of delve into it because that's part of my background. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop there, but I'm going to start with this one, and as I said, I'm going to keep this video short. There was a woman who actually was a nurse, not at this hospital, another hospital, and she had COVID real bad, really seriously, and to the point where her heart stopped for about 15 minutes. And when she awoke, she talked to the nurse, saying that she just met God, and the nurse says back to her, "That's nice. That's nice." So said I wanted to give her some more medication, but you understand, I met God. And she asked right away, "Can you give me a pencil and paper so I can write what he told me, what he said to me?" And the nurses just they were being nice and polite, but they didn't really grab them what she really experienced. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and read what the message is. And I have to tell you, when I read the message, it gave me goosebumps. Now, it may or may not do it for you, but you get a sense this is really God. You just get a sense of who that really is. So I'm going to go ahead and read it. And this is what she wrote. As soon as she went through, she after being, waking up from the medication after the heart attack, this is what she wrote down. And here's the message: the great I am. No truer words have ever been spoken or written. Every breath that you take, I am. I am the wind, I am the rain, I am the flower, I am the author. I am the maker, I am the creator of all that you see, all that you know. I am all thought, I am the touch that set in motion all that is and all that will be. I am the one who created you to be with me forevermore. That was her message. That's what she received from God. So I want to end it here. I just, as I said, those words are pretty profound, and hopefully you'll find it too. Um, NDE experiences are it's kind of like a window, what the next life will be like. And one thing I'm going to end with is I had hard to explain, but I do, and kind of to bring this up, but I do a lot of strikes, a lot of them. When you work in a hospital, things happen here. But the one thing I will tell you though is that whether I like it or not, you get kind of involved in the spiritual world, and things happen. Wouldn't know how to explain it to you. Uh, Things are just different, and I've had some real experiences, both good and the bad. And I'll in another video I'll get into what I mean by the good and the bad. But um, yeah, it's been interesting. And so, in any experience that people having these, you find, as I said, you're really kind of getting into the next life and what's going to be like. But this message, though, I think is very important, and I wanted to share this with you. And again, I got to get back to work, so have a good day. And I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and I appreciate your time. Thanks.